How's it going, guys? Chris Baker again with some more Brawl. Did a historic Brawl last video. This time, I got it right. Today, we're doing more Super Friends. This time, Jund. We did it with Soren because he was a new commander and I didn't really know what was doing with him, but as I thought about the archetype, I realized that with Doubling Season and Vorinclex, there's actually a lot more options in the Super Friends like style of building than I thought there were. Like generally I go for an Eskia or a Eskia, like some kind of 5 color commander generally. Um hmm, Dropping into Jadis. Okay, I have a turn, so I'm gonna get down all will be one, and then next turn we plan on Crux of Fading. Bitter Reunion, very good card. To say you're getting the Tormented Thoughts and a free haste at some point. Very good stuff. Ouch. We drew a land. Now we can destroy all non-dragons. I see no dragons here. Hmm. You put the bad Vraska too. That's kind of not great, but oh, do I dare? I dare. Shouldn't wait that long, but this is an uh immediate Vraska. An immediate any planeswalker I want. Ultimate. This is why we doubling season. And we'll wait one more turn. Yeah, the tapped for a mountain is a problem opponent. How do you pronounce that name? Do not know. Loot would be my guess, but it's probably not correct. Vaevictis should probably be cast first. If I cast this, don't have enough mana for Vaevictis. We'll play Vaevictis first. I'd say, ouch. Opponent, what are you doing? Take action. I guess we have to let our opponent in on what we're doing. Ten damage to your face, opponent. 2 damage to your Solemn. Hmm. An arcade sleeve. Don't do it, opponent. Oh, you don't have the mana. Okay. You wait there for a second. You do have the mana. I don't know, man. We're in the Ineffable. Rude. Yeah, we got all for not all for one. All will be one. Doubling season, like there's a lot of good stuff. And activate for 10. But I can get a discounted Chromatic Orrery and a discounted Gilded Lotus. And use that to play this boy. Then we'll just take up and take up. And doubling season doubles that token. I did not know about that interaction. That's kind of cool. Um, only one of them has a card under them. Can our opponent tell which one? -10 opponent. And I'll give you a shot. At something interesting happening. Opponent, you would have gotten something that may have been a blocker. We technically won the game with Vraska. Ah. We technically won the game due to damage, but Vraska's triggered ability was on the stack, right? If any of our creatures had dealt damage, our opponent would have lost the game. What do we got here? A Font of Progress. Okay. Yeah, I think this will be the first video of the new year, although it might be the second video of the new year. In which case I would have gotten my ordering wrong. But either way, starting off the new year with definitely Superfrineds. Very fun archetype. Primo. Mulligan. I'll keep this. Yeah, there's a thing on Arena where I don't know, it just does not like MDFCs, the way it calculates its probabilities. And as a result, you can put MCFCs in your deck, but for Shuffler, that's like, I still have to throw you a mana screwed hand because the numbers I'm reading are not the numbers that you're reading. I'll take that one. That one looks cool. Might even switch into it next turn. Who knows? Guess it won't. Okay then. Ah, it was a fun plan. So I guess we have to do this one next. That's not going to enter on tap, which is unfortunate, but basically want Phial on 3. And that is our way to get Phial on 3. We need our green source down eventually. But now we can wait until actually we can just do it next turn. We have all the black we need for Crux. So this is a World Championship card, and one of the weirdest things in Magic that when you make a World Championship card, like the player designs it, and then like the artwork is designed for it. But that artwork can sometimes change, right? Because Solemn Simulacrum, also a World Championship card. Uh, but the guy who originally designed it isn't in the version that's on Arena. The version that's on Arena is the new version. It's not the sad robot version. Rude opponent? I might have wanted those. Uh-huh. A2 life? Yeah, I'm not wasting. Not wasting a Crux on one Fairy Mastermind. You're gonna have to commit a little bit more to the board before I'm willing to do something upon it. I shocked in. I didn't need to, did I? I shocked in the Blood Crypt when I could have let the Blood Crypt be tapped and just paid my 1 mana with Phial of Galadriel. Our opponent has correctly deduced that Karn is not a threat. Rude. Just gonna keep playing my Karn. So Samet, we get double strike, small bit of removal, and then we can get our Vorinclex or a good Planeswalker. Or a Vorinclex and a good Planeswalker. Rude opponent. Be the single rudest thing I've ever seen. We're just gonna make the wolves. That's right, Karn. Some solutions must be built. Next turn we gotta draw 2 cards, thanks to Vile. Single-handedly keeping us in the game. Gonna play your fairy opponent? No, it's not a fairy. That's Hidasugu. And Kyrie? Thought it was the new blue-black fairy, but this is different than I expected. But I've seen a lot of Fairy Mastermind. I always think he is Fairy Rebel, but he's not. He's just a good card, right? Opponent, you gotta put some back. Brainstorm Lock is a problem we all have to go through at some point in our life. Now's your time. Okay, opponent, what are you doing? Double block just in case. I kind of expected something. Very sad stuff. Anyway. Oh, we could have gotten more value out of that. Resolve. Very impressive land opponent. Anger the Gods. And we will pass her now. Opponent is at 6 lands. I could have played Nissa there and then I could have played more into the Vial of Galadriel to get empty-handed. But I think just getting rid of their board is enough to force action out of our opponent because they can't really let us spawn infinite dogs with Garruk. Okay. A Garruk for a Garruk. I'm okay with that trade. Kixian Recycler. have no forest. I don't think. You're a forest, though, aren't you? You have a forest. Two reasonable green planeswalkers to replace a okay green planeswalker. I like it. Hmm. How did Eretai get 4 arms? Like, the card mentions he's resurrected, but, like, did he come with 4 arms? I'm not very familiar with the character, if I'm being honest. But it doesn't look very human, right? Like, God, what's that one Mortal Kombat character? There's one Mortal Kombat character that's famous for having 4 arms. Hmm. And then there was a Ben 10 character. Like, there are a couple of 4 armed characters. Uh, Sukuna recently got 4 arms. So not unprecedented in fiction, but I don't know of any races or people in Magic that would have 4 arms. Getting recycled. Hmm. A forest? You're not a forest. You're not a forest. You're not a forest. Let's just get down our boy, and we can get down our Dario. If our opponent wrath, we are very, very sad. Thoughts about this opponent? That's wrath territory right there. Hmm. We have good blocks on Urtai and Hitotsuga, but our opponent is hovering. Hovering is bad. Ooh, you gonna make a Vaevictis? Very cool opponent. I approve. Less approval. Gonna send Hitotsuga to die? Discover 5. Yep. Well, that is bad. I can still head ban off with him though. That's okay. Let's do it right. Hmm. Looks like a treasure to me, boss. Um. So this will protect us from Hitotsuga, but one of our planeswalkers will have to die. Rude opponent. An archer. Exceptional. Ooh, doubling season. Sandworm Convergence. Very powerful card. Do I want that yet? Not really. Um, don't really want that either. What? Let's just keep killing our own boys. So what do I want? I have a black, so a red? Yeah. The creature dies. And that dies. Hmm. Ouch. So let's bulk up a boy. Swing in with the team. Yeah, I don't see any creature in a graveyard actually mattering here. Because I don't have good creatures. Valki, okay. Valki's cool. I have a doubling season ahead opponent. I was trying to keep it secret. Didn't happen. Ah, the shame I feel. Hidetsuga is back. Draw 3, put 2 on top. Don't really have anything for old Karn to do, which is bad. Bad deck design on my part. And the rest of these guys are pretty powerful, so. I mean, next turn I just. Zariel? Zariel and win? I mean, that would have been a good plan, I suppose. Hmm. Can I do this? Untap. It's here. We're getting whatever color. Whatever color has the highest devotion. Green. Very cool stuff. Um, yep. Uh, thoughts on this opponent? I think it just wins, but I'm not 100% confident. Okay, just wins. Good enough. Well, I think we'll end it off there. We got 2 wins with the Superfrineds deck. I'm pretty proud. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.